I'm just working through a couple of setup um, setup complications. So if you could bear with me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you for coming. This is my first live with this particular setup, so I'm gonna just work through the technical issues. You guys could let me know that you can hear me. If you could thumbs up that you can hear me, or let me know that the sound's good, that you can see what's going on. I'd appreciate it. I'm just gonna quickly go make sure everything's going good on the computer. Give me one moment. Since I am a one-man team over here at Rainbow Raja, this is one of the downsides to being a one-man team. Give me a moment. There. Ah. Okay. All right. So, my printer is acting up this morning, and I did have show notes that I was planning to just kind of keep me on track so that I can stay focused. So, if you guys wouldn't mind bearing with me as I have to go to my computer every so often just to move the page down um, so that I can stay on track, because I have a tendency of getting into the channel and losing my way a little bit, and I wanted to stay really focused on today's subject, which is seeing beyond the veil without losing yourself. I guess in a way, I'm kind of having to do that with these live shows because I can't really see you guys. And the nervousness of everything not always going according to plan is a little overwhelming at times. But I wanted to give people enough time to come on in, to say hello, to just kind of settle in whatever activities you happen to be doing while watching this live. So, how I'm going to open today's show. So, I'd like to just guide us through some activities to make us present, to help us with settling into our bodies, settling in to this space. So no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, I'd like to invite you to take a nice deep breath with me. And breathe out. Notice where your attention is. Is it in front of you? Is it behind you? Become aware of your own equilibrium in your space. Notice where your body is in relation to your awareness. And because I'm setting the intention that these are ceremonial offerings, I'd like to take a moment and welcome in the directions. I welcome in the west, the direction of water, of fluidity, of flow, of channeling. The basin, the void that birthed us all. A vast, ever-present vessel of creativity and universal consciousness that flows through all of us. That sense of connection between all of us who are present during this life and in the future and even in the past. I'd like to call in the north, the direction of earth, for stability, to anchor in everyone who is watching into their bodies, into their realities, into a sense of safety and security, no matter what's going on in their life, no matter what trials they are facing. I ask that the Spirit of Earth bring us all into a sense of stillness, of presence, of nurturing, that the earth may hold us and our burdens and help us realize that we are not alone, and that these burdens are not all ours to carry. I welcome in the east, the direction of air, our breath, the breath of life, our voice, my voice, to be clear, to be open, to be inviting, and to be full of truth. I ask that air help our minds be clear, that it cut through any and all distortion, any and all confusion, anything that is not truth. May the winds of change blow them away. Blow it all away. Thank you, air, for this clarity, for this pure vision. I welcome in the south, the direction of fire, for passion, for creativity, for drive and motivation. I thank you, fire, for bringing me here to this moment, for giving me the motivation to hold this sacred space. Thank you, fire, for bringing all of these people, whoever is watching this, past, present, or future, together in this space, that we may all receive what is going to resonate with our souls for the highest and best good. Please help us burn away the old lives, the old connections that no longer serve us, and help light our path into the future so that we may be more aligned with the future that we all wish to create. co-create. Our dreams for the world, dreams for our communities, dreams for our families, dreams for ourselves. Thank you, fire, for keeping our dreams alive, even in the darkest of nights. And I welcome in the ether the element of space-time, an illusionary state. It is the veil that separates us from the great unknown. I thank you so much, Ether, for helping us connect with each other, for being the thread that ties us all together, that ties us to the plants and the animals, that ties us to each and every human soul, that ties us to our morals, our morality. I ask that you help me expand the perception of space-time today, to open up this sacred space and welcome all of those who are joining me into this space. Help me hold the essence of the message that is coming through me today for the collective, and help it be clear and true so that they may retain whatever best serves them. And in this space, I call in all of the listeners and watchers, guides, all of their angels, all of their animal spirits, their totems, their ancestors. I welcome you, seen and unseen, into this space. Thank you so much for supporting your charges. Thank you so much for supporting the one that you watch over, for guiding them, for nudging them in the right direction. Thank you for keeping them safe, even on those times they didn't know they were in trouble or in danger. Thank you for always steering them to this moment. And I implore you to continue, for their highest and best good, to remind them that you are there, to send them messages, and to gift them your presence each and every day. I call in my guides and my ancestors, and I thank you for standing by me, beside me, each and every day. When I was deciding what we should begin this series with, because this is the first of a series I plan to do, I was thinking of how many recent clients I've had who have come to me, new and old, who are so disoriented by the changes they feel in the world. I had one client come to me and say, it's like I woke up in a completely different world, and it looked the same, but it didn't feel the same. Things are just going so wrong in society all around me. My connections, I almost see this other person in my mind behind them. Like they have other intentions, other things they're doing or saying or intending for me. I don't know why. I've had people tell me that they have never really felt spiritual, that they were feeling so disconnected from religions and from belief systems, and that the idea of becoming spiritual just seemed unnecessary. That they're only looking into it now because what they knew to be real has dissolved. This isn't a new experience, but it is for the mass majority of people who are experiencing at this time. This is something I have experienced since I was very young. I had the great honor, the privilege, you might say, of being able to traverse realities, shifting between realms. It started as early as, I think 5. I remember my mom and dad had just gotten separated, and my mom was having a hard time sleeping at night, so I would sleep in the bed with her and I would give her a massage, and it would put her to sleep when normally she would just lay there and cry. And so I would massage my mom to sleep, and the next morning I woke up. My mom wasn't in bed with me, which was fine. I was used to that. But something felt really different. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who my mom was. I didn't know the environment I was in. I went to the mirror and I looked in the mirror and I was like, I don't recognize the form that I see in front of me. And I remember not feeling fear, but having this sense of just, I gotta get through the day and figure out where I am and who I am. I didn't tell anyone. I just stayed quiet about it and observed. And the next day I knew exactly who I was. I knew everything about myself and my life. And that was the first time it happened. It was where I'd woken up the next day after giving my mom her very first massage in her bed and remembering feeling like, this is what I want to do, because my mom felt so much relief from me giving her a massage. She was like burping and she was like stop crying, and she just fell asleep. And I was like, man, I want to be able to help people feel this safe. I want to help people's pain disappear. And the next day I woke up and I didn't know who I was. And everything felt so odd. But that wasn't the first time. It happened many years later when I was 8 or 9 years old. It happened again in my teens. It happened enough times that I actually wrote a song about it in my teenage years. And I actually am going to sing the song for you because I feel it really resonates with the energies we're all experiencing, with this phenomenon people are experiencing. Okay. Look out my window, see the world passing by, shadows and figures I don't recognize. Is it a disguise, or am I someone new? Did I slip beyond the veil? Can I get back through? Things change, You can't change that. Things change. You should know that. People, places, personalities, they aren't how they used to be. Things change. Look in the mirror. See a different person each day. Walk from there to here. I can feel the change. I don't like it. It's too strange and new. It comes too fast. This world feels all askew. Things change. You can't change that. Things change. You should know that you've changed. We should embrace that. If we don't change, where will we be at? Oh, it's the first time I sang that for people, so hope you enjoyed it. I've been carrying that since I was probably 12. It's good to finally share it. I sang it for a friend when I was young, and they didn't seem to understand what I was talking about. And when I was planning out this show today, that song was what came to me. And I typed it up as it flowed through me because I hadn't heard it in so long. So thank you guys so much for receiving my song today. It was a vulnerable place to be. I'm gonna move my show notes a little bit. I'm hoping to work out the kinks for this live show in the coming months as I get into a routine. I thank you so much for your patience and for being a part of building this practice together, and for understanding that this is a developing show. So, thank you. So, just like I talked about in the song, it can be really disorienting waking up in a reality that doesn't feel right, where everything just feels slightly off. Or family and friends that you've known for years seem vaguely familiar, but also unfamiliar. There's even times where landmarks will completely shift or change, and you'll be driving around going, was that building there yesterday? It can be almost like shifting into a parallel reality. And when this happens, it can be so challenging to hold tight to your sense of identity, because when so much changes in such a short amount of time, there is a level of grief that you feel for the place where you came from, for the people you once loved and felt so close with, and now suddenly they're strangers to you. Not fully. You still know them, but they just don't feel the same to you. They feel like strangers. Maybe don't trust them as much as you did, or they act completely different, or some of them might just even stop talking to you all of a sudden, out of the blue. It can be really really painful. And there can be a grieving process that happens when you are shifting these realities, when you are moving through these different veils, when you start to see society for what's actually happening and not what you've been programmed to believe all these years. I know that even just a year or two ago, that started to happen to me especially when all of this stuff about the entertainment industry came out more publicly. I grew up in Los Angeles. I grew up with people who were in the entertainment industry, people that I cared about, that I loved dearly, that I got to know on a personal level. And they were pretty well known in the entertainment industry. And finding out that there's all this shady, shadowy things going on made me so confused. And there's an anger that comes up and a confusion that comes up. Like, were these people doing that kind of stuff to my friends? Were these people doing this stuff to me and I just don't remember? What is true? Like, is it everybody in the entertainment industries or just a couple of people and we just happen to kind of see everything? Like, I still am working through sorting all of that. But the fact that we as a society weren't picking up on jokes that were public, that were on shows, where we weren't noticing strange behaviors in interviews, or it can really make you question your own reality. And there can be a lot of anger that boils up from that. There can be a lot of disillusionment, a sense of not even knowing what's real and what's not, and feeling distrustful of the people you are close with, distrustful of your family, distrustful of your loved ones. Especially if you are going down the rabbit hole and you're getting so deep into the conspiracies, or you're, going so deep into more kind of esoteric levels of the spiritual world, because there are these multiple layers of reality that people are just starting to be able to hold at the same time. Like, we may see through them every so often, but people are now able to hold multiple layers of reality at once. That can create a lot of mental fatigue, mental confusion, disillusionment, distrust in yourself. Like, am I losing my mind? Am I going crazy? Like, how much of what I'm experiencing is real and how much of it is fabricated in my own mind? How much of it is fabricated from other content creators? Like, what is real and what isn't? Seeing beyond the veil is a gift, but it comes with this trial that you have to guide yourself through. And if you're not grounded, if you don't know how to ground yourself, anchor yourself into this present reality, shortly after these transitions, or shortly after being shown beyond the veil, you can't anchor yourself into this reality and fully embody your being, you can lose parts of yourself, really lose your grasp on what is real and what isn't. So today I wanted to guide you through some practices that can help you when you are seeing beyond the veil, when you are seeing past the mirage, when you are diving deeper into the astral, when you're diving deeper into the fairy realm, when you're diving deeper into your own psyche, subconscious, why, the energetics behind why people did certain things, the ancestral reasons or the karmic reasons. When you are diving deeper and doing shadow work, how you can anchor yourself so you don't lose your sense of self. So I'm going to guide us through the very first step. And the first step is you first have to let go of the attachment of what was, whether that's your old identity, your old connections to the identities of others, your other reality, your perception of what used to be true, right? Letting go doesn't mean that you're forgetting it. You're not going to lose this particular thing. You're going to lose the energetic attachment to it, which will create more space for you to actually expand your perception, to expand your capacity for understanding the truth. So when we're going into this, I just want to encourage you to remind yourself that you're safe to let go, that you're safe to fully just release everything in this practice, to go as deep as you can, to become hollow. So our goal is to completely hollow everything out, because what is yours, what is truly yours, what is truly you, cannot be lost. You can't rid yourself of your truth, because when you die, you're still you, right? Like you're gonna, whatever you believe, but just know when you empty yourself out, you can't lose your truth, who you are. Whatever is you is going to stay, whatever isn't you is going to go. So that's why we're clearing you out, so that you can just be as focused in your sense of self as possible. All right. Take a nice deep breath into your body. Get comfortable. If you're standing, I encourage you to find a comfortable place to sit. You don't have to look at the screen, don't have to watch me. Just find a nice, comfortable place to sit. Placing your hands in a prayer position over your heart. Set your intention that you will receive whatever's for your highest and best good, and you're going to release what no longer serves you. Who are you and who are you and who are you and who are you and I'm just opening up your auric field so that I can create a kind of a node for your body to tune into, so that you can experience what I'm experiencing, so that I can guide your body in learning these sensations. So we're going to start at the top of our head. Just want you to relax into your body to the best of your ability and become aware of the top of your head. We're just going to imagine beautiful golden sap coming in, flowing down from the sky and filling the top of your head. This has the viscosity of honey, and just slowly drips into your skull, trickles down, relaxes your mind, soaks into your brain, trickles down into your ear canals. Just relaxing, clearing everything that is not you. Clearing everything that is blocking you, everything that is stuck inside of you. This golden sap fills the back of your head, trickles down your forehead, relaxes your eyebrows, relaxes your eyes. Deep breath into your nose. Fills up your nose, fills up your sinuses, down over your cheekbones, down your cheeks, and the side of your face. This golden sap coats your tongue, fills up your mouth, rolls down your throat. Allow it to just ooze down your throat, cleansing and clearing, relaxing the muscles in the back of your neck, relaxing the muscles on your shoulders, rolling over the tops of your shoulders, down your biceps, down the nooks of your arms, into your forearms, pooling in the palms of your hands and trickling out through the tips of your fingers. You can feel all of the density that sap picked up oozing out your fingertips now, dripping to the earth below you. And as your hands release all of those blockages that you picked up from your mind, from your neck, feel that sap trickling down your sternum, down your spine, over your chest, filling your rib cage. Relaxing the intercostal muscles of your rib cage. Relaxing the muscles in your back. Let this beautiful, thick, golden sap fill your lungs. Permeate the fibers of your heart. Ooze through your veins and merge with every cell as it fills your thoracic cavity. Feel the sap trickling down through your stomach, down into your pelvis, filling your pelvic bowl, all the way down to your tailbone. Relaxing, releasing the muscles in your back, relaxing, releasing tension in your abs, relaxing, and easing any discomfort in your stomach. And notice as your body just gets so much heavier, as everything feels so gooey, so warm, as you sink into your sit bones, feeling the sap slowly roll down your legs, filling up your thighs, oozing past your kneecaps, trickling over your calves, filling up every inch of your vessel, becoming a golden, nectar-filled being. Feel that sap reach the soles of your feet, the tips of your toes. You might start feeling some tingling happen as this sap reaches the soles of your feet. Take a moment. Make sure that you've really filled yourself up all the way. Notice all the edges of your skin filled with this golden, warm sap. And if you are, I want you to just take a nice deep breath in. And with this breath out, you're going to release all the sap into the earth. Imagine a pit beneath you, and you're just releasing it. Whoop! Right into that pit. You're gonna drop it all down into the earth and feel that sap dripping down, down, down this pit, all the way to the molten core of the earth. Feel the earth embrace this sap. All of your burdens no longer yours. You're not carrying them. They're not attached to you anymore. They've been released to the earth. All of those attachments have been let go, given over to Mother Earth. Take a nice deep breath. Give one last breathing out, releasing whatever is in your vessel. Releasing everything that is not us. Releasing everything that does not serve us moving forward. Right into the earth. Now we're going to allow the molten lava of Earth's core to rise up our pit. With each breath in, we're going to see that molten lava rise up our pit, okay? And as you breathe out, relax it. Breathe up that molten core. And breathe out. Relax it. Draw up the earth's energy through your pit. And relax it. Draw up the earth's energy. And relax it. And draw it all the way up until you can feel it start to touch your sit bones, your ankles. Feel the molten magma rolling up, filling up your vessel, helping you connect to this new reality, helping you connect to this present moment. Welcome in this new version of yourself, this new you. New and improved. Let's welcome in the earth energy to help us become more stable. Allow it to roll up over your ankles. Allow it to roll up over your calves. We're calling in the earth energy to heal us, to renew us, to revitalize us, to fill us with this new essence so that we may integrate with these changes with ease, calling up this earth energy up into our vessel, into our being, pulling it up over our knees, up into your thighs, up into your pelvis, allow the earth energy to roll up into your stomach, up into your torso. With each breath in, adjust yourself to let this energy recalibrate your body, to clear anything you may have missed. Pull this energy up, up over your heart, up over your shoulders, and down your arms. Feel this new earth energy pouring out through your fingertips like light. Pull it up over your collarbones, up through your throat, out through your mouth, up through the back of your skull, up through your third eye, over your forehead. With one powerful exhale, I want you to shoot it out through the top of your head like a cannon, out into the sky, out into the stars, out into the cosmos. And we're going to invite our guides, our angels, all of our ancestors to receive this new earth energy, to receive this clearing and cleansing. And this is a beacon to call in all of our helping spirits, to call in our ancestors and guides, to ask them to connect with us and to pour their love into us. With a deep breath in, we're going to receive their love, trickling over our body like rain, cleansing and clearing our auric field, cleansing and clearing our being, our mind, our heart, all the way down to our toes. Just imagine it pouring over you like rain, releasing any and all attachments from others, projections, illusions, projections, anything that isn't yours, that isn't your truth, that isn't your reality. Allow your ancestors, your spirit guides to rain the light of truth down over you. Create a bubble of clarity around you. And put your hands together over your heart. Let's thank the earth. Thank you, earth, so much for receiving our burdens, our fears, our confusion, for receiving our old realities, our old connections, the old projections that we carried of people and places, of ideas. Thank you, earth, so much for helping us clear what no longer serves us. Thank you for filling us with your life force so we may be strong in moving into the new version of ourselves, into the new perceived me, new perceived them. Thank you, earth, for releasing any and all things that are not our truth, for healing us. Thank you, earth. I want to take a moment and thank our ancestors, our angels, our guides. Thank you, ancestors, angels, and guides, for receiving these earth frequencies, for coming and aligning with us in this moment, and for pouring your love and your protection and your cleansing and clearing over us so that we may be aligned with our highest and best desires, dreams, and goals. Thank you for helping us acclimate to this new reality, this new sense of being. Thank you so much, body, for having the capability of releasing, being able to reset, being able to show me what you feel, what you're experiencing, for being so in tune. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. And I want to thank you for being receptive to this practice, for joining me in this practice today. I hope that you felt it, that you enjoyed it. If you're here and you enjoyed it and you felt things, I encourage you to let me know what you felt in the chat. I can see your chat. It's not directly in front of me, but it's over there. I can read it if you want. But thank you guys so much for doing that practice with me today. Let me see, where was I? So, now that we've cleared out who we once were, the connections that once made sense and no longer do, the wonderful thing is we have a blank canvas for entering this new reality. This is how we can keep track of ourselves. Because now that we've released everything that isn't us, all of the fears, the confusion, the sense of disorientation that comes from seeing beyond the veil, seeing that this reality is a little different than what I remember, that things aren't feeling right anymore. Now that we are cleansed and cleared, we have this empty, expansive sense of our surroundings, an internal terrain. This is where we begin to build. So, from here, we're going to do a very quick breathing practice to set ourselves up for establishing the identity we want to be moving forward. And I encourage you to do this particular practice every day, once a day. You're going to breathe in truth. And we're going to breathe out untruth. Breathe in truth. Breathe out untruth. Breathe in truth. Breathe out untruth. You can do that for as long as you need to feel the change. There will be a mind change or a state change that'll happen. Once that change happens, it'll almost feel like being just a like when you drink a little too much wine, you get like that little like bubbly, twisty reality feel, or a little bit of vertigo, right? That's what you're looking for. It'll feel like a slight vertigo. You got a state change when that happens. Then I encourage you to set up who you want to be moving forward. And not, I'm going to be this rich, famous person. No, you want to stick to, like, what do you want to be to others? I want to be inspirational. I want to be a beacon of hope. I want to be able to reach people who feel so disconnected, who feel really lost, who are confused because magic is happening around them and they don't understand what that is and how to control it. I want to be able to anchor people as reality shifts, as their sense of identity shifts. Anchor them into who they are, right? So you want to be able to figure out the core of what is your intention for who you want to be moving forward. And start to feel that in your being. Like, I am here just wanting to connect with people, to love people just the way they are, to accept them, to guide them, to give them a sense of stability, a sense of feeling seen and unjudged and loved just as they are. I want to help people understand the experiences they're having. And these experiences seem so wild, so unbelievable, so chaotic, so crazy. I want to be able to make sense of the chaos, to help them see a path through the storm. So I'm feeling that sensation because we are clear. Everything that isn't true has been released. I am now calling in truth, only breathing in truth, right? And I'm breathing out untruth. And that state that I am describing is my natural state. That is who I am. That is who I want to be in this next stage, in this new reality, right? That is this alchemical process that I am going through, entering this new stage. And so this new transition that you're going through might lead into some circumstances or situations that create chaos or challenges and trials for you. These trials are put in your path to see how well do you hold your frequency, the frequency of your intention, the frequency of your own sense of self. So understanding who you are, the morals by which you live, the type of character you want to have, what makes you special and unique as a friend, as a parent, as a brother, sister, as a daughter or a son. What makes you special? You have to hold on to those things and not jeopardize them. And this practice of breathing in truth, breathing out not truth, and really sitting in who you are, all of the good things about yourself. Focus on those. Like, focus on, like, man, I'm so grateful that I really care about my friends so much that I will go out of my way and help them if they're in need. I'm really grateful that I'm the type of person who would stop and talk to a homeless person to better understand what they really need in that moment, to hear their story, to help them feel seen, to give them a hug, to let them know that even though their life is really challenging right now, that there are people who still love them and still want them to be better. I'm so grateful for my artistic gifts, and I'm so grateful that there are people out there who take the time to get to know me and can see my heart, my authentic expression of self, and the love and wonder that I have for humans and for emotions and for connection, the inherent magic that is within and around us all the time. Holding those vibrations of who we are, of what makes us special. You are anchoring your authenticity into your vessel. So once you have created the frequency is your emotional connection to those things. It's a very internal process. I'm sharing it with you so that you can replicate this experience for yourself. But if you can feel in your vessel these feelings and create that sense of, I know who I am. I know what makes me special. I know what I value most in myself. You're feeling all of that. Now we're going to embody our true full self. What you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes, and from your heart space, I want you to imagine with each breath in, you're expanding yourself all the way to your edges, kind of like when we did that practice of releasing everything that wasn't yours. You're going to breathe all the way in and hold it and feel yourself expand all the way to the tips of your toes, all the way to the edges of your skin. You're going to hold. And as you breathe out, you're pulling the space that is around you, your auric field, the bubble that is around you that your ancestors and your guides created when they poured love and rain down on you. You're going to suck that in as you breathe out. Like a shrinky-dink wrap, we're going to, okay, breathe in. You're going to expand your inner self. And breathe out. Shrinky-dink wrap it around you. Breathe in. Expand yourself all the way to your edges. And breathe out. Shrinky-dink wrap. And what you're doing with that practice, which you don't have to do too many times, is you are creating almost like a seal around your aura. So that no matter what you do today or go out and deal with people, you're going to retain that frequency for yourself. If you really want to double it up, you can imagine like a golden light or a golden shield, an egg, just wrapping up you and your energy so that you are nesting in the center of that egg. Bright golden egg. And I'm going to, I think that's what I have for today, but I'm going to double check because I had my show notes over here. La la la. Ba, ba, da. Oh. We're almost done. The very last thing we're going to do today is I'm just going to do a quick shamanic drumming and attunement. This is to help those of you who actually have jumped timelines or done a quantum jump recently. This is going to call back any and all aspects of your memory, of your past, of your mission, your guides, whatever, that is tuned to your core frequency. Anything that you may have like forgotten, anything that you may have, I don't know how to necessarily describe it, but it's like if a guide got left behind in another timeline, or if there is an aspect of your gifts from another timeline that you could use in this vessel. It's a power retrieval. So I'm going to be doing a power retrieval to help your soul essence really anchor into this moment. And I would like to encourage you, I'll give a moment. I'd like to encourage you guys to go and grab yourself a journal so that you can take notes on your experience today, because this is a learning activity, this whole thing. I'm here to teach you guys how to utilize different spiritual aspects of self and to be able to do more advanced shamanic, metaphysical, and mindful practices so that you can master these transitions moving into this new era for our collective consciousness. And if you don't have a journal, I do. And you can pick one up too on Amazon. Go look up on Amazon, Rainbow Raja. This is a journal that I created. I don't like self-promotion, but I have had quite a few clients pick up this journal. I actually made it for myself because I really wanted to change my reality. I wanted to do a quantum jump, and I wanted to be able to manifest my dream reality when everything in my life, I woke up one day and nothing was the same. It was like I woke up and the people I knew were completely different people and nothing made sense. And I went into my office and I meditated. I was like, God, please show me how to get on track, how to get back on track. And I channeled this journal for myself. And it is a day by day guided journal with, you do your dream, you do some practices like transmutation or how to shift your emotions. It has shadow work practices. It has some creative little activities in it. But within 3 months, I had completely rebuilt my reality from what I was experiencing. This changed my life. And so I shared it with a couple clients and it changed their lives too. And I would really like to share it with more people because if this helped me and it helped my clients, it might be able to help you too. So if you don't have a good daily journal, I put this under my pillow. This one's for sale, but I have my own. I put it under my pillow. I write my dream every day. I write my mood down and I do the little practice and the gratitude practice. And it has really helped me map out the daily shifts and the different energy waves that come through and map out my patterns. It's been very helpful. So if you're interested, let me know. Check it out. All right, get comfortable. You can lay down if you want, sit down if you'd like. I will go ahead and start the journey. the cells. You feel yourself sinking, swelling, and excelling. Somewhere new, you know what to do. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Go ahead. If you're still with me, feel into your body. Come back to this moment. Clap above, to the sides, even behind you. What that does is I just did a power retrieval for you. I called back pieces of you from different realities, different dimensions, different moments in time, trauma times. And I helped them come back to you by crossing over this rainbow bridge that I had created and anchoring it back into your vessel. So patting yourself down, clapping your auric field, right? That is actually anchoring it into your vessel and making it so you don't, shake it off or you don't accidentally get something else in there. And it helps kind of disperse whatever was in those spaces. So when you call back energy, you also had other things that were occupying that space, usually bad habits or other people's projections. And so when you're clapping, you're shaking that up and you're sending that back to where it once belonged to. So, once again, thank you guys so much for joining me, whether you're here for the live or here in the future, here in the past, whenever you are. I thank you so much for being here, for being present, for trying this ceremony with me. If you enjoyed, please leave a comment and let me know what you thought. I'm about to transition into the alchemy integration circle, which is the Patreon group question, answer, and healing segment, where Patreon members on the alchemy tier and above are able to request personal healings, ask questions, etc. And for those of you who are joining us live, thank you so much for making it. I hope that you'll join me again next Sunday. I'm so grateful. I don't yet know what next Sunday's topic's going to be about, as I tend to receive my downloads later in the week. So I just want to say thank you again so much for joining me and for making this possible by being here. And the more love you show, the easier it'll be to show up again. So if you enjoyed this, please, please, please let me know. I appreciate the support and for people letting me know that this matters to them, because it matters to me to be able to support you. Anyway, I'm so, so grateful. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And for those of you in the alchemy tier that want to receive a personal healing or have questions about your own life that you would like to stick around and ask, wait one moment while I close out the live. Okay, so just wait, and I'm gonna open it back up again.